NBA on NBA TV is brought to you by ServiceNow, the smarter way to workflow, and by Zillow. Change starts here.
Beautiful Sunday night, City of Angels, downtown LA. And a matchup between the number 2 and number 7 teams in the Western Conference. The Phoenix Suns still just one game behind Utah to chase for the number 1 record overall. And the Lakers, number 7, and Smitty, they are riding the hot hand of Anthony Davis.
Yes, that first play, too small, Torrey Craig, and that play was just determination. This one, that's his skill set, his guard skills that he had in high school. And this one is just, I'm going to be powerful, I'm going to bang bodies, and I'm going to score it. As you can see, 22 points, 5 rebounds, 6 for 6 from the free throw line. He gives you a little bit of everything.
10th game for Davis since making his return, that 9-week absence. And an interesting little wrinkle from Monty Williams as Dario Saric will start the second half. He came in off the bench and did not play until the second quarter in the first half. So we've seen a little bit of a change in their backup big man rotations. It has been Kaminsky, the first man off the bench. And so Saric gets a chance to begin this third quarter. Trying to feed the post to Ayton, and it's deflected out. At least it looked that way. And now they say it's a Suns turnover.
Anthony Davis, I thought it was deflected as well, Spiro, but he walked down the floor. DeAndre Ayton, both those guys, sorry, both talking about they thought it was a deflection, but the referees didn't think so at all.
There's your lineup. As Kentavious Caldwell-Pope steps into a 3-0. 4th straight game that LeBron James is out, still nursing that right high ankle sprain. No Dennis Schroeder. 5th straight DNP for him as he is still dealing with health and safety protocols. And Kyle Kuzma, who just popped on with us, late scratch tonight with a lower back strain, according to Frank Vogel. So a Lakers team, Steve, that has been just ravaged by injuries, unable to get healthy. They do get Talen Horton-Tucker back, and that has been a huge help to give them another ball handler off the bench.
You're so right, Spiro. I mean, Kyle Kuzma was scratched today because of back soreness and sprain, from that last game. And like you said, no Dennis Schroeder, no the safety protocol. We know LeBron James ankle. Beautiful 3, like Wesley Matthews. But then also Anthony Davis has been out, so no rhythm from them, and very important players out for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Matthews making the start for Kuzma. Booker, left-handed bank, and he's fouled. Devin Booker, just 2 field goals, Steve, in the first half. He has 11.
But I'm with you, this is beautiful. Accept the contact, absorb it, and go to your left hand, get it off the glass, and then act like you've been there before. And that's the one thing about Devin Booker. He keeps his emotion intact. Doesn't do a lot of talking on the floor, but his game does.
Booker, these last 2 games, Friday night and tonight aside, had been on just an incredible stretch. 30 points in 4 prior games and 6 of the previous 8 before Friday. Drummond's layup, no, he tips in his own miss.
He slapped that one in.
14-point Laker lead.
Spiro, he slapped that one in. He wanted that one.
Drummond has been a force on the offensive glass. 7 rebounds overall. His 4th point of the night. Booker, back rim, no. And Drummond is on the glass again.
You hear Drummond on the glass by Spiro, that means the Lakers are playing well, because that's what he needs to do for him.
KCP, splash.
They're dominating the paint right now, whether it's offensive rebounds, whether it's defensive rebounds, and this is hurting the Phoenix Suns right now.
Here's Saric on pretty play, showing the footwork around Anthony Davis. And that is what Saric brings to the table. Smitty had those 2 terrific years in Philly to begin his career. Hasn't quite been able to match his production since that point. And anytime Lakers see Anthony Davis on the ground, everyone kind of holds their breath. Looks like he's okay.
Yeah, he looks like he slowed up to make sure he draw that foul. And Sarge was upset that he didn't get a foul called on that layup.
Smitty, I remember watching you do that a few times in your day.
Yeah, because I was slow, Spiro. Make sure you make sure you have guys hit you, but it's It is a game within the game. I mean, when you want to draw fouls, any advantage you could, I like to grab, hold, whatever it takes to try to get an advantage.
I was going to go savvy instead of slow. Davis unable to get to that pass by Caruso. It's a Lakers turnover.
It's the same definition. That's Chris Paul. He's savvy.
15-point Lakers lead just past the 10-minute mark. Booker able to get Caruso on his back, and then a reach-in foul on Kentavious Caldwell-Pope as Booker clearly is starting to get aggressive, looking for his shot.
Yeah, a couple turnovers by the Phoenix Suns, but then also some big buckets and rebounds from the Lakers. That's why it's a 15-point lead right now for the Lakers, but the Suns are not going anywhere.
These will be the 36th and 37th free throws taken between these two teams. There's Devin Booker now 5 of 6 at the stripe, 13 points. Everyone knew that Chris Paul's arrival would help take Booker's game even to newer heights. As good as he was, Steve, the first 4 or 5 years of his career, and that is exactly what's happened between those two.
You're
now
so right.
Caruso bumps and fouled.
He takes the pressure off. Chris Paul gets him easy buckets. He doesn't have to get 30 like he used to for them to be in games. Not right now. He can have an 18-point game, 20-point game, and they win the ball game, and he doesn't have to exert so much energy. His usage rate was way up for the Phoenix Suns.
Where else can a sun rise and buckets fall? Where else can one big man carry a whole city's dreams? And where else can a whole league look to take the throne?
DeAndre Ayton whistled for his 3rd personal of the night. So Alex Caruso at the free throw line. Caruso making his 3rd straight start at the point guard position for Frank Vogel tonight. And we were having a good time chatting with Vogel before the game. Of course, so much on his mind, but one thing he knows that he's going to get, and that is a shorthanded approach and performance by Alex Caruso. Lakers off the transition. Caruso, here he is in the corner, not that time. But Vogel said that Caruso just tough as nails, trusts him, Smitty, in any role responsibility. And he has had to play with the ball in his hands much more of late as CP3 misses short.
He has. I love him. I mean, because he comes off the bench, he's 6'4". He plays hard-nosed defense. He's usually like 20 to 25 minutes, but he's playing a lot of minutes right now with the absence of LeBron James and Dennis Schroeder. You said it best. Frank Vogel talked about what he had to endure against the Portland Trailblazers. He had to score, run the team, and also guard C.J. McCollum, and also, beautiful 3 by Wesley Matthews, and also guard Dame Lillard. That's a lot.
Just perfectly typifies his value to this team. What a stroke, Smitty all over it by Wesley Matthews, who has hit more threes than any undrafted player in NBA history. What a career he's had. Ayton, and then blocking foul here. Boy, Caruso thought he had beaten him to the spot, but he is called for the block.
Watch Anthony Davis right now. Get it to, that's not an easy shot. That's a difficult 3. Running to your right, but Caruso, that's huge. If he draws that foul on Ayton, that is 4. You get now. Caruso picks up 2 quick ones.
Caruso took up a hard whack the other night, fighting through a screen in that Lakers loss up in Portland. Has been so tough. Forced into a point guard role without that man, LeBron James, and now Talen Horton-Tucker will come in, and Caruso will sit.
Well, they're down point guards, and now you see Caruso tried to draw 2 fouls. Well, he tried to draw 1, and then he picked up another one. It would have been huge if that was Ayton's fourth, but now he's out. They don't have really a point guard out there for the Los Angeles Lakers right now.
So Caruso picks up his 4th. What a pass by CP3 into the corner. Bridges, splash.
There's a chance for the Phoenix Suns. It's right now with no point guard. THT has to run it, and that's why Frank Vogel is calling timeout. The Lakers are up big, but here comes the Suns.
Chris Paul, eyes in the back of his head, Finding Bridges, who knocks down his first triple.